Nigga, yo, I am so excited. I just got a package from Amazon, and here it is. All right, it's a motherfucking Leutrum 1917 journal. Now, I am confident I am pronouncing that incorrectly. This is a German notebook. And let me tell you something. Shout outs to the motherfucking Germans, bro. Them niggas engineered a perfect journal. I have another Leutrum, I don't know how to pronounce it, journal that is so fucking dope, bro. That like I had back to back 3 hour journaling sessions from when I first got it, and I just can't seem to stop writing in it. Well, I think one thing I think that's helpful as well is I got this Lami Safari pen, which is like super dope. It fucking writes so nicely, and I'm so glad that I finally decided to purchase this. I've been journaling now for 9 years. I started journaling after on the last day of my first Tony Robbins event that I ever went to. But there's a reason why I bought this journal. Now, this is a dotted journal. I hear that the cool kids refer to them as bullet journals. Um, sure, I like dotted, bullet, whatever, potato, doesn't fucking matter to me. And this is my first ever dotted journal that I've ever purchased. And I was thinking about purchasing a dotted journal, and I was like, man, how like what am I going to use it for? Like it seems like it's a great journal for creativity. It's a great journal to create something, and to not necessarily use it as I'm writing, left to right and dumping my thoughts. The ruled paper does such a phenomenal job of that, but I'm like, I like the idea of like connecting the dots and like drawing things. And what had happened in the last 2 days is like my hand gets like exhausted from writing. I've had to loosen my grip around my pen, and even then, like my hand is so sore, and it popped into my head. I used to have this mentor. I guess you can still consider him a mentor. I asked him for help maybe 2 months ago at this point, but he was more involved as a mentor in my life for about a year. His name is Yannick Silver. He's a successful entrepreneur, and he is extremely creative. And I remember one time I was like stuck in my life, and he had recommended journaling with my opposite hand. So he said that you can ask yourself a question and write an answer with your dominant hand, and then see how you would answer that same question with your opposite hand. And the thing is, with your opposite hand, like it taps into a different side of your brain. So there were moments where I'm journaling and my hand gets tired, and I'm like, oh man, like I want to keep writing, I want to keep going, but like my hand fucking hurts. And then it came to me like, bro, let's get a dotted journal so we can just write with our opposite hand. I think the idea of becoming ambidextrous, I don't know how to pronounce that. That's cool. I think that's more of like an ego thing, but I like the idea of seeing how much journaling with my opposite hand consistently, what that does to my creativity, what that does to my brain, how that changes my thinking, how I become more conscious and aware, and what thoughts come to me differently. How can I look at the same challenges or the same things from a different angle without really putting in that much effort, simply by just using my opposite hand? Now, check this out. As I mentioned, I have this fountain pen. This is my first ever fountain pen, the Lami Safari. I love it. 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 And I bought two of these like last week, and here's a second one. And I was like, I guess I'll use a second one when maybe if I lose this one. But like I've been doing a great job in terms of staying aware of my Lamy Safari and where it's at and all that kind of stuff, and just like I care for it so much because it's such a great pen. And it came to me like I can use the second pin for my other hand. And it's specifically for my other hand. So I am so excited to journal more with this, to see what this does to my brain, my creativity. What does this unlock? Does it give me new ideas? Does it help me solve different challenges? Does it have me thinking in a different way? In my mind, it seems like there's no way that this is not going to change the way that I think, that there's no way that it's not going to stretch me in some way creatively. And I have such a great playing field to be able to do it with the dotted lines. I can draw, I can write, like I can just have this amazingly beautiful playground to be able to allow my creativity just to flow with the intention of not judging what it is that I am creating, just as I do when I write it. I'm not judging it. I'm just like, oh yeah, like this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at. I'm like totally in touch with my subconscious, and I'm so excited to be in touch with my subconscious on a different level with my opposite hand with this bullet journal. Fuck yes, like dude, I am so fucking excited. And I have written with, I've done some opposite hand journaling in the past before. I've only done it once, and I remember like that was such a powerful experience. I was traveling the world with my best friend for a year, and I remember I was like really seeking clarity. I needed some help, and I had decided to write down a few questions, and I wrote them with my dominant hand, and then I answered those same questions with my non-dominant hand. And I remember it was clear as day to me, like it is time to call this tour and it's time to go home. And I'm glad I did when I did, because I ended up very, very, very shortly after losing my health for 13 months. And that wasn't in my consciousness before I did that journaling session. So I hope that this is inspiring for you, and maybe gets you to write with your opposite hand, and create some videos in the future in terms of like what is it that I'm really getting out of opposite hand journaling. So all right, my nigga, talk soon. Peace.